and yet we don't prepare.
That's so foolish.
I know, I agree. And that's what, hopefully this is a wake-up call. The business community, I hopefully will wake up. You know, one of the other things we're doing right now, Joe, this is really, one of the things that has me most concerned about this whole situation is our group has been studying for the last year and a half with support from the Walton Family Foundation, looking at critical drug shortages. It turns out that we identified 153 drugs in this country that people need right now or they die. I mean, it's on the crash card, it's acute critical drugs. 100% of them are generic. All of them basically are made offshore of the United States. And a large part of them are made in China and India. And at this point, we have shortages anyway every day, just before this crisis happened. Now these supply chains have gone down. Our group is actively helping the United States government try to figure out, you know, where they can get these drugs. Now just think of this. If I came to you and said the Defense Department was going to outsource all its munitions production to China, you'd look at me and say, come on. You know what? The U.S. Defense Department has no more access to these drugs than anybody else. They are beholden to China for these drugs. 690,000 Americans have end-stage renal disease right now. Most of their primary drugs are coming from China. And now with the shutdown and what's happening with this, and this is what I talked about in the book, why I was so concerned, because we are at risk. So even this situation as unfold, it's not just about what the virus does to you, it's about what the entire system is rigged up to be and what this virus does once it gets into it.
Jesus.